prepare yourself for the most chilling story of murder and hauntings and pure scary in the infamous Cecil Hotel. This is a mystery that you will want to listen to all the way through. If you enjoy these videos, please be sure to click like and subscribe. And if you click the little bell in the lower right-hand corner, you'll receive notifications every time I upload a video. A mother threw her newborn out the window. A man was killed by a falling woman, and a decomposing body was found in a water tank. And that's just the beginning of the story of the Cecil Hotel. Nestled in the busy streets of downtown Los Angeles lies one of the most famous buildings in horror lore, the Cecil Hotel. It opened its doors in 1927. The Cecil Hotel has since been plagued with unfortunate and mysterious circumstances that have given it perhaps the horrible reputation for massacres and murders and mysteries and suicides. 16 different murders and suicides and unexplained paranormal events have all taken place at the Cecil Hotel. Now, it's also served as a temporary home for some of America's most notorious serial killers. This hotel was put together by William Banks Hanner. It was supposed to be a destination hotel for international businessmen and social elites. Hanner spent $1 million on the 700-room Beaux Arts style hotel, complete with a marble lobby and stained glass windows, palm trees, and a beautiful staircase. But Hanner would come to regret his investment just 2 years after it opened. There came a Great Depression, and Los Angeles was not immune to the economic collapse. Soon enough, the area surrounding Cecil Hotel would be dubbed Skid Row and become home to thousands of homeless people. The once beautiful hotel soon gained a reputation for a meeting place for junkies, runaways, and criminals. Worse yet, the Cecil Hotel earned a reputation for violence and death. In the 1930s alone, the Cecil Hotel was home to 6 reported suicides. Few of the residents ingested poisons. Some shot themselves, slit their own throats, jumped out of their bedroom windows. For example, Army Sergeant Louis D. Borden slashed his throat with a razor. Just 4 years later, Roy Thompson of the Marine Corps jumped out of the Cecil Hotel and was found on the skylight of a neighboring building. Next few decades, more violent deaths. September 1944, 19-year-old Dorothy Jean Purcell. She awoke in the middle of the night with pain, all right? Incredible pain. Turns out she was pregnant. She was 38 years old. She went to the bathroom as not to disturb Ben Levine, age 38 at the time, and to her complete shock, gave birth to a baby boy, and she had no idea she was pregnant. Mistakenly thinking her newborn was dead, she threw the live baby out the window and onto the roof of the next building next door. At her trial, she was found not guilty of murder by reason of insanity, and she was admitted to a hospital for psychiatric treatment. It doesn't stop there. In 1962, 65-year-old George Gianni was walking by the Cecil with his hands in his pockets when he was struck to death by a falling woman. Pauline Otten, 27, jumped from her 9th floor window after an argument with her estranged husband Dewey. Her fall killed both her and Giannini instantly. Police had initially thought the two had committed suicide, but reconsidered when they found Giovanni was still wearing shoes. If he had jumped, his shoes would have fallen off mid-flight, according to them. It's also a serial killer's paradise. It's Richard, in the mid-80s, Richard Ramirez, murderer of 13 people and better known as the Night Stalker, lived in a room on the top floor of the hotel during much of his horrific killing spree. After killing someone, he would throw his bloody clothes into the Cecil's dumpster in the hotel, and the lobby either completely naked or in underwear, none of which would raise an eyebrow, writes journalist John Dean, since the Cecil in the 1980s was totally unmitigated chaos. Ramirez was able to stay there for a mere $14 a night, and with corpses of junkies reportedly found in the alleys near the hotel and sometimes even in the hallways, Ramirez's blood-soaked lifestyle surely you would have thought raised an eyebrow. Australian serial killer Jack Unterweger, who strangled prostitutes with their own bras, also called the hotel home. Rumor has it that he chose the hotel because of its connection to Ramirez. It also had its share of prostitutes who vanished in the middle of the night. Now, pictured here is the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short. After her 1947 murder in Los Angeles, she had previously stayed at the hotel just before her death, which remains unsolved. Pictured next to her is Elisa Lam, which is a really interesting story about a Canadian college student found dead inside the water tank 3 weeks after she'd gone missing in 2013. The guest complained of bad water pressure and a funny taste to the water. They were drinking rotting body water, corpse water. Can you even imagine? How do you recover from something like that? Wow. So now rumors begin that maybe this hotel is haunted, right? Do you think after all these deaths? The last body found at the hotel was in 2015, a man who reportedly committed suicide, and the ghost stories and rumors of the hotel's haunting swirled once more. This season, a season of American Horror Story also featured the hotel and all the mayhem around it. In 2011, the Cecil attempted to take itself and shake itself of this horror massacres and murders and everything chaos, and it decided to kind of rebrand itself. So they chose the name Stay On Main Hotel and Hostel, a $75 per night budget hotel for tourists. Several years later, New York City developers signed a 99-year lease and began to gut and renovate the building to turn it into an upscale boutique hotel, hundreds of fully furnished micro units in keeping with the surging co-living craze. So do you think this hotel can finally shake its reputation for all the bloody, eerie, ghostly, ghastly things? Well, let's turn to the tarot cards and see what they have to say about it. So let's ask, in the current mode that it's in, is this hotel still haunted? I'm just going to ask, is this hotel still haunted? I'm going to use a variety of tarot decks. Whoa, there's the Hermit. All right, so we've got the Hermit cards showing up first. And then I'm going to grab another deck because the different artwork gives us a better idea. Oh, there's some activity there. So the Hermit card means that they're still searching. There's people lost there that are still searching. So, and this is hidden, the cloak. And then this definitely is the Queen of Wands, like spirit. If that was a spirit card, the Queen of Wands would be it. Be careful if you look in the mirror. Yikes. 4 of Cups from the spirit deck shows that there is definitely spirit activity still going on in the hotel. Now, I like to ask a variety of questions. So I want to know what caused this hotel to draw in so many murders. What caused this hotel to draw in so many murders? Wow, so they, it looks like they could just do their work, because this is the working card, and they could work alone, do their work, and, oh, that's interesting. So behind closed curtains, in other words, they could just get away with what they were doing. Yeah. I mean, there was literally no policing going on in the area. So that's interesting. So then I want to ask this deck, are any murders going to happen there? Murders or suicides or anything strange in the future? Are there going to be any more murders, suicides, any weird things happening in that hotel since they changed the name? It's still got that energy, like a heaviness. It's still got a heaviness to it, even with changing the name. And there's the spirit energy. Now, it does look like it's increased the vibration, because this feels like a good card, like they're trying to make the energy there better, or the atmosphere safe at the very least. Needs to have an exorcism performed on it, right? The Hierophant. Wait a minute, we could have some demons in there. What kind of spirits do people need to be concerned about that would be inhabiting this place? What kind of spirits do people need to be concerned about that could be inhabiting or living in this? Yikes. That doesn't look very pretty. Obsession, spirits that are obsessed. This is obsession. So spirits that are obsessed, that's icky. I want to ask if there's a curse on the hotel. Is there any kind of a curse that was put on this hotel that brought it this kind of bad luck? Is there a curse on it that brought it this kind of bad luck? This is the Hangman card, I believe. And, oh, there's bodies in the... You've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. It looks like there could be bodies. Do you think that there could potentially have been bodies buried in the brickwork? Like they could have, when they were building it, that there could be, it could have actually been constructed with dead bodies in there? What do you think about this card? Because it shows a body with brickwork. That is very weird. So, I don't know. We should pull another card on this. Yikes. Yikes. You know, I still think that there's some work to be done with this. There's a lot of battle type of energy, and look at the big city in the background. That's a big city in the background. This would be really weird if there were actually bodies that were bricked into the walls somehow, and then they were just trapped in there. The remains of them would be trapped in there. So what do people have to be aware of with the Cecil Hotel if you go to visit there now? If you go to stay at the Cecil Hotel now, what do you have to be aware of? You have to be strong, right? You got to be tough to you got to be tough to stay in that place. Oops, 2 cards came out. You know, it does look like it has good times and bad times, night and day. And this is also the roughest part of the hotel is behind it. But, you know, notice in this card that there is also a spirit in here. So there's a lot of spirit activity that's going to continue there. But I think the roughest part of that place is behind it now. So that's actually kind of good news. Is there any way to release the spirits that are there that are not healthy for people? Is there something that can be done to clear that place of the negative spirits? Is there anything that can be done to clear that place? So it's, you know, isn't that interesting? This is the wheel, and sending the spirits onto another dimension. And look, it's like they're waiting in line so that they could be earthbound, and they're riding up on the wheel, the cycle. See, it's time to go. It's time to go. The wheel, like another cycle. Wow. And this reminds me of that woman that threw her baby out the window, the Empress. And she's definitely sitting on the ground. I get the feeling that there's a lot of earthbound spirits in there. Can we just send the intention that all of the earthbound spirits, I don't know if we have the right to do that, but the Queen of Swords, she kicks butt. She's like, yep, send them all to the light. So let's just see if we can do that. Concentrate on the address, which I will tell you is 640 Main Street. Okay, 640 Main Street is the address of the place, and Los Angeles. So imagine 640 Main Street, and imagine that the ghosts or spirits that are earthbound, that you're sending them all to the light. Whoa, some of them are not happy about going to the light. They're sitting on the front stairs there going, I'm not going. So we ask for angels and guides to send them to the light. We got some really strong warrior people there. There's quite a resistance to that. Is there any like archangels that can come in and just send them to the light? Wow, a lot of creepy stuff there. Really, everything's coming out of the woodwork tonight. There's a woman that's like, doesn't even realize she's dead. All right, let's send her to the light for sure, so she can, evolve or do something better. Oh, we're making progress. Well, sort of, the Two of Wands. There's some that are waiting. They're thinking about going to the light. Come on. I keep pulling cards to see how our progress is going. That's what I'm doing. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm like, okay, how is this working? You guys are not thinking hard enough. Even no matter when you're watching this, send these earthbound spirits to the light. Let's all put effort in it right now. 1, 2, 3, go to the light. We're making progress. Here we go. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Hey, this is actually looking pretty good. How's it looking now? Another Page of Cups. A lot of children spirits there for some reason. Wonder why that is. A lot of children coming up in there. All right, everybody gone to the light, or most of the people gone to the light? 9 of Cups. Quite a few. I don't think we got all of them, but I think we made some. I think we made some good progress. Those of you who joined in, I want to thank you, because it's always good when you can help a spirit out that might be earthbound or not realize that they're dead or whatever the cause is. And then let's do a clearing on the Cecil Hotel. So I'm going to put up the modern view of it. And I want you guys to participate in this, whether you believe in it or not. If you don't believe in it, don't do it. Those who believe in it, send this hotel some positive energy. Really, some positive, wonderful energy. To clear out anything negative, because we don't really want to have a place that's completely full of all that dread and gloom and doom. You kind of want that hotel to be successful. And then we'll come back to the cards and we'll say, if we send this hotel positive energy, will it raise the vibration of it and make it feel good to stay there? Whoa, you guys have done a great job. This is a Queen of Swords again. You guys, some of you out there, you're tough and you know what you're doing. I believe that some of you watching this have actually worked with sending spirits to the light and raising the vibration, because this is a kick butt card. If anybody can get it done, the Queen of Swords can get it done. Oh, wow, you guys did it. It was a plan, and all of us together, no matter when you're watching this and when you're doing it, it worked. It worked. So the Cecil Hotel, please, no more violence, no more suicides. Let's please turn all of that around. No more serial killers there. Let's turn that around. And to even really test ourselves, we'll do the Haunted House Tarot here, because this has mostly, it's a whole haunted deck. And we'll see, What's the state of this hotel as far as hauntings right now? We're using the haunted hotel, so we'll have to pull with another deck. Whoa, they left. What? This is the haunted deck, and this is the most normal card in it. The door is opened, and this even looks like someone at a hotel, like valet parking. You guys, I'm so freaking proud of you guys. You guys did this. We actually made an impact. Look at that card. This is from the Haunted House Tarot. Most of the cards are really, really haunted, creepy, scary. And we got the one with a valet guy dressed to the hilt, beautiful car, like valet parking. This is perfect. You guys, we together, I believe, this is allegedly and for entertainment purposes only, but gall darn it, something happened here tonight, and it's pretty darn magical. We could have turned this horrible energy massacre place into haunted place into a really normal, high vibrational place. That's where I'm going to go. Thank you guys for listening. And if you visit the Cecil Hotel, please leave your comments below and tell us what you thought of your stay there.